Hey, welcome back. Gmo here. And this video is on tips and tricks I've learned over the course of playing this series. And hopefully these aren't going to be game spoilers for you, and they shouldn't be. First thing I want to talk about is making a few bucks in this game, because what I know early game, you're trying to get to this boat or to the helicopter, depending on what you're going for, but I know you have to get the boat because that's one of the quests, and you're trying to make that valuable coin. And to do so, what I was told was to sell wood and glass. So, best thing to do on that is under your skills, max out your pickaxe and your fire axe for your damage. I didn't bother with the durability because they were so cheap to make. Just go into a mine, get yourself some iron ore, and you're good to go because they were just made with iron ore. So I would just fill myself up, fill the car up, and then sell it to the mechanic or whoever's closest to you. I made my base close to the mechanic, so I would just go back and forth, and I was making, on just selling wood, roughly about 1,500 gold a day. So that's where I was getting my money from early game. And it was profitable. I got to the boat really quick, and then after that, trying to get to the helicopter, well, that was another story. It took me a little bit longer for the helicopter. And, yeah, it was a thing. Well, the other thing I wanted to talk about was looting. Because, of course, yeah, everybody's looting. And then once you get full, it's like, okay, what do I get rid of? Now, one thing I was doing, as you can see my stats. Now, when you're coming across these cans, like the fish cans, it says +1 to carb and protein. When you get these, your carbs and proteins might be pretty high. Or like right now, my carbs and protein are 170 and 167 right now, and I would say, well, I really don't need to eat one. Well, I would say, well, I'm going to eat it anyways. Whoops. Oh, wrong button. Get out of there. I would say, okay, I'm going to eat it. Get it out of my inventory. And it would raise me up one. And I did the same thing with these. Every time I found these, I would eat these. Because, this is in a freezer right now, but in my inventory, they don't have that long of a spoil time. So that put my health and my stam up immensely because, as you see here, 1 max health and stam. So my health climbed really quick. And it gave me the extra inventory space to grab something else. Now, I was making pretty much all the different foods. The cooked crocodile, just to see what it would do. It gives you 70 protein and takes away 10 of your thirst, so it makes you thirsty. So most of the time I would sell this, because that'll give you 15 gold. So if I didn't need the protein, I'd hang on to them just to sell. I made this bread just to see what the bread would do, because most of the time I'd throw the bread away. That just took up extra inventory space, because inventory management is crucial early game. You only want to take what you want. Selling these, you're only going to get a penny a piece. Throw them away. Don't hang on to them or eat them. Even if you're only a couple points down on your carb, eat it till you're full, then throw them away. Keep your carbs up, keep your proteins up, keep your waters up. And on that note, when you come across any, of course I don't have any in here, any plastic bottles, whether it's scrap plastic, whether it's a water bottle or murky water, hang on to them. Do not throw them away, because early game, mid game, late game, they are important. You're going to need them for everything, and trying to make them are expensive because you're going to need them to make everything. I'm not going to spoil it on what you're going to need them for. Trust me. Me, I'm a hoarder. I save everything, as you can see in here. I mean, I don't think I've eaten one piece of boiled meat, yet it's in my freezer. Same thing with the cooked chicken. I don't even know why it's in there. And like I said, I made the tomato soup just to make the tomato soup. And then I discovered, hey, gives you 20 health. And anytime you come across the tins to make the I'm lousy at pronouncing these things. Sorry about that. The chamomile tea, make it. Gives you 20 health, 30 thirst. Oh, yeah. Now, this is early game. The green tea cups. Make them into cups, not the other one. There's two different types. And I'm trying to go fast, so this is not going to be a long video. You can either make it in the cup, which uses a plastic bottle. You don't want to do that. Or you can make it alternative in the glass jar. Glass jars are easy. You can make glass jars out of stone. You grind the stone to sand, turn the sand into glass, turn the glass into jars if you don't have the jars. And that's a lot better because plastic is a must to keep. If you do come across the plastic bottles and you don't have the glass bottles, water, go ahead and drink them. But if you come across the glass bottles and you don't have anything to drink out of the glass bottles. Save these for everything. Okay, now the other thing I wanted to talk about was these crop plots. Or what are they called in this game? I can't see what it says. I'm going to call them a crop plot or a farm plot, whichever you prefer. Now, I am currently growing in this one berries. I did do a video on easy leveling up, which this does. If you're growing carrot seeds, oh yeah, you can level up real fast. If you have 3 of these plots, 3 plots with nothing but carrot seeds in them will give you, 2 levels? And you can do that every day, get 2 levels, and you don't have to fight any militia for it. Not that fighting militia is bad. That's good, actually. You can get levels real quick with doing that. Well, anyways, the berry seeds. You harvest all this up, which we can easily do. I'll just harvest a bunch of these for right now. And I keep these boxes here. And then I just throw these in here. I will let these spoil for the spoiled, which I don't know why. Does this one say it? Perish food, not crafted. Crafted component used to craft biofuel and fertilizer. You want to keep a lot of this. Now, you're probably saying, how do I get all them seeds? Well, when you do get, where did I put that? When you get a few of these berries when you're looting, get yourself a workbench, of course. Throw them in your workbench. And look for where it says berries. And then now there's 36 of them. 36. When you hit craft, now you have 72. I don't want any more. As you can see, I have tons of them. Now, it always doubles. Always doubles. So, and I keep 2 boxes here. I put all the fresh stuff in there to spoil. When it spoils, I put it in the bottom in stacks of 100. And I just keep rotating them to spoiled meat. The spoiled meat you're going to use for different things, like as you just read there. It's used for biofuel and fertilizer. You're going to need that later on, so you want to try and stock that. You also need that for food, which, as you've seen in here, your different foods. You got carrot, corn, your tea, and potatoes. Of course, tea isn't food, it's a drink. I do have tea seeds because as you see in my inventory, I do drink the green tea because it gives you 30 thirst. And I use the glass jars for making the tea. Now, for some reason, this thing is glitched right now, but where it says remaining refills, 206. I'm going to show you a little trick. This is a glitch. Now, you hit delete to pick this up. And I'll go back in it where it says 206 refills. I'm going to pick it up. And actually, I wanted to move it anyways. And we're going to move this over here. Yes, I'm going through a lot of tips and tricks. You might have to reset this a little, back up a few times. Now, remember it said 206. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, they broke it. Or they fixed it. They must have fixed it. Oh, no. They did fix it. There goes that one. Yeah, the dev fixed it. It used to be I'm going to try it again. Put it back to where it was. Because you would pick this up, put it back down, and it would automatically refill itself. Nope. I guess he fixed it. I've been doing this since I started the game, and I've never had to build a new one. Looks like I gotta build a new one now. And then every time I threw water bottles in here, this thing at one time was up to 500 remaining refills. Okay, so forget that tip. Okay. Now, you guys seen my video on the mines, on how fast I go through the mines. Now, I could fly over to the mine and redo the mines. I'm sort of bummed about that. I still had 206 water in there. Now I'm going to have to build one. That costs plastic to build that. Every last mine on these maps, or on these islands, are the same. And I always go to the right. If you get into the mine, like on here, let's see, let me get to the map. What I like with the iron mine, I am on this island here. As you can see, I'm right here. And I was driving over to this and doing it with the car. I would go to this mine first. I'd get into the mine about 8:30. Run through this mine, drive the car over to this one, run through this one. I'd get out of the mine. Now, I would get into this mine before midnight. I would get out of the mine after midnight. Wait a minute, go back into the mine. The mine would reset itself. Now, I always had the same path. And when everything respawned, I'd go through it again. Drive back over here, go through this again, and then drive all the way back to base. Now, this way I can hit both mines twice. But now that I got the helicopter, I would fly here, 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 here. I'd be in this mine by midnight. Go back in this mine again, and then fly here, 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 here. I'd come back with almost 400 iron after it was all smelted down. The helicopter would be full, and my character would be completely full of raw iron. You know, that's a bummer. But yeah, if you memorize the pattern and you do the same pattern every time, you could be in and out of the mine in no time flat. I do the same thing actually with using the helicopter. I'll go to do the titanium mines. And, I mean, this is a crazy flight when I do this. I'll do the titanium mine, hit these two for the cobalt, then I'll fly up here, do oil, then fly all the way back here and I'll start off early morning. So by the time I hit back here, it's after midnight. Flying at night really stinks. So I'll hit these again, hit these two, hit these two. So I'm doubling up on everything. I make a full day of it. So by the time I come back, I'm completely overloaded. But I throw away all the stone. And this is one of the reasons why I'm so overstocked on metals. Well, actually, oops, not right now. But copper, I will probably never need copper again. Copper is one of the metals I'll never need. Now, titanium, yes. Okay, my next tip. Of course, you know about the Easy XP with the crop plots. What else did I get? Aha, yes. No, we'll hit that next. Yes. Once you get to the point where you're getting to this, what is this thing called? What is this building? It's not lighting up. Turn that light off. Does this thing actually say what it is? Well, anyways, when you get to this building here, and you finally get to build the furnace, don't melt any metals in the little forge anymore. Melt them in here. The reason I say that is when you melt 100, say, iron in the furnace, or in the forge, you get 20 iron. You do it in the furnace, you get 33. So you're getting more bang for your buck in the furnace. So always use a furnace. Yes, the furnace takes electricity. So now that I said electricity, we're going to talk about power. Power is the one thing that was a pain in the butt. Because I was under the impression when I first started doing electricity that, as you see, I'm creating 3,500 power and I'm using 2,400. That's because I got using those stupid lights that are really not that bright. I got 2 power generators and I have all these wind turbines. As you see, each wind turbine has got a different output. Reason being is when the dev put the new update in, he specified on the height of the turbine. And at first I thought, well, the turbines don't have different heights. Actually, they do. And as you can see right here, that's one of my turbines. It's nowhere near my base. Originally, when I put my turbines in, before I rebuilt my base, I had them set up over here. One of my turbines is there. Can't really see the other ones. They're over there somewhere. I got 2 of them there. And the third one is over here. I wonder if it lights up on here. No, it don't. It's over on this mountain here somewhere, which I think is one of the tallest places on this map. And that's the one that's giving me, 400 and something power? Yeah, 424. So I was going to move these other 3 over there, which would give me probably another 200 power. But then I thought, well, you know what? The game's pretty much over with, so it wasn't really worth it. I just threw in another generator. Because, why not? But yeah, if you're making the wind turbines, which I'm not going to go into it on that because I don't want a spoiler on that. But once you get into power, you got to figure power management. Now you can, once you make this control panel, you can start making any of this stuff. All you have to do is learn the engrams or whatever it is, the skills. the electric stove, the cement mixer, the ceiling lights. But the power generator, which is not that hard to make, all these resources are you're more than capable of. It's just the one thing you do need is biofuel. And biofuel is made on the chem bench. That's why I said your perished food and your plastic bottles. Murky water. So that one, we're going to come over here. It's not really that hard. We're just going to grab 100 of our spoiled food, and we already have murky water in here. Just go to biofuel. It takes 1 murky water, 5 perished food, and that only gives us 5. So that whole stack is going to give us 100 biofuel. Sounds like a lot, but 100 biofuel will last us a little while in one of the generators. I stock up on the biofuel. Granted, all the biofuel that's in here, everything you see in here plus everything I've put in this machine, all this has been looted. All this I've made. Not counting all the stuff I put in there, not counting everything I bought. And speaking of bought, now I know one of the subscribers, which by the way, I thank all my, actually I can't really just say subscribers, but thank you to all the subscribers, but I want to thank all the viewers of the series. But this guy, the mechanic, every day you can come here and buy fuel from this guy. Every day. And I would suggest if your base is not near him, you can pick up everything from your base. And I mean everything. The railings, the walls. Move your base close to the mechanic. That's what I did. Because my mechanic originally was right over here. And I was told move close to the mechanic so every day you can come over and buy gas. I also buy biofuel from him, and I buy water bottles from him. Now, granted, my money right now, I got a few dollars. But since also I have the other traders here, I also check them. Anytime you go to any trader, look for the plastic bottles and any other item you might need. If you're making medical kits or anything else, and if there's anything of value. Now, if they're selling the meat stews or the veggie stews, like I said, build up your health and stam. You never know when you need to run away from the militia, or if you need that extra couple hit points to keep you from dying. Now, these guys also sell coal. Don't use coal in any of your forges or furnaces. You might need that later on to make gunpowder. So, hang on to that a little bit. Now, these guys also sell copper, or she does. You've seen how much copper I have. Don't buy copper unless you absolutely have to. And if they do have raw bacon, you can buy the raw bacon. It does not spoil. And I think she's the only one, the trader, that sells it. Now, the arms dealer. This is a good one. She sells the military crates. They're $2.50 a piece. That has not changed even with the update. That is a good investment. It holds a lot. It is a very good investment if you have the coin. If you don't have the coin, don't stress over it. The regular crates, they're easy to build. Build a lot of them. She also sells pre-made gunpowder at $2 a piece. It's worth it because of the fact that when you're killing militia, just in case you don't know this, you can make 9mm ammo from what you get from what they drop. They drop gunpowder, bullet tips, and bullet casings. You can make your own ammo. And speaking of that, this pistol is about far one of the best guns in the game. Early to mid game, I love this gun. This is the fastest firing gun in the game. So don't knock this pistol. In a pinch, this pistol can save your life. Sniper rifle. Sniper rifle, great for long range. If you have a mouse wheel, you can actually zoom in. Shotgun, a lot of people don't like. I do. I didn't like it at first. I do like it now. Now, the AK-47, it's a good gun. Don't get me wrong on that one. Where did I put the AK-47? Oh, it's over here. AK-47, I have 3 of them because they were dropped by what I call the Super Militia. You can see the damage on these. The AK-47 does 17 damage. The sniper does 20. I don't have a spare shotgun, unfortunately. The pistol does 10. The shotgun does 25. It does the most damage. Now, let's see if I catch me a militia out here. Usually see them. Oh, is that another piggy? Oh, okay. Hang on, video got changed up a little bit. I know the game's over with, but my piggy stand still. I'm just adding piggies in my collection. I've been seeing a lot more animals. Another piggy? Yeah, it is. No? Where'd you just miss? I must be mistaken. I'm shooting in a mailbox. Oh my god. Okay. Well, anyways, the sniper rifle, what you want to do is aim above them. You usually got militia over here. Aim just above their head for a one shot, one kill. Oh, thought it wasn't loaded. Come on, I always have militia over here. And of course, they're not going to be here. They're not going to be here because I want to kill one of them. There you go. Just above her head. Oh, get out of the way, tree. Yep. Crap. See what I mean? Just above her head, and she's gone. That's all I needed. Nobody coming? Okay. Alright, one last thing I want to talk about. The vehicles in this game. Because you probably saw them outside the base. I actually bought every vehicle, even though I have them all. Because they're all sitting on different islands. I rebought new ones. Except for the one white one that we already had. And every one of these. Now, you guys seen, I use this one pretty much on all the islands because it was the cheap one. And you know what? This vehicle here, the cheap one, let me get off the gun. Oh, get off this one too. My little piggy. This one here seems to perform about the same as the SUV. Because I've been playing around with them. So that is well worth it. For a starter vehicle, saving a little money, that one's great. Because as you can see, all the vehicles have the same amount of storage. Why are you bouncing? Oh, because I hit you. They have the same exact storage. Now, the Jeep itself, I've noticed, is the best at climbing. So I played around with all these. Now, the sports car, on the other hand, that is much faster. A lot faster. Now, let me get a little bit of fuel. I will give you a quick test run on that. Fuel's over here now. I know you guys... Oh, I got fuel on me. I got 9. That'll be enough. I played around with it. I think it's almost out of fuel. Because that's the only one you guys have not seen. Oh, yeah, I'm down to 6. You have not seen me drive. You know, everybody knows I'm a crappy driver. Put it on 9. Above it. You see, it's a little bit quicker. And it seems to hold the road a little bit better. Until I flip this thing off somewhere. Oh, yeah, see? Crash into signs. But yeah, it holds the road a little bit better. This is not bad. And he gave it a little sportier sound. But, of course, everybody's on a budget. Turns really good, too. Everybody is on a budget. I would definitely recommend the little black compact. That is your best deal for any of the vehicles. And don't drive like Gmo, because he is a very crappy driver. That is one of the reasons why I don't show you the videos of me driving, because I have flipped over vehicles many times. I've put vehicles in the ocean. And I have done so many different crazy things in these vehicles. Because I'm not one to let go of the throttle. They're fun to play with, though. Okay. Everybody's adrenaline up. Okay, anybody get sick? Alright, now she's parked again. Well, anyways, I think that's about it. I don't think I missed anything. Trying to think. I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, you can always send me a message. I'm always on. I'm not like the typical YouTuber where I don't respond. I always respond. I like everybody who watches my channel. Makes me feel good. Not like I got anything else to do. I'm either playing games or watching people play games. Or watching movies. But I will be starting up a new series on this. And I'm looking for another game to start up a new series. So, don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'm looking. So if you guys enjoyed this, if this was helpful in any way, please hit that like and subscribe button. And stay tuned for Season 2 of this, which I don't know when it'll be starting, but it'll be starting. I'm hoping that he adds some more content to this. Oh, let's put new piggy in there. Yeah, now the piggies are coming in. I wish that I really need to look that thing up about the fertilizer though, because we were supposed to get fertilizer. But I thank you guys for coming out. I really do enjoy you guys coming out and watching me. And until next time, enjoy whatever games you guys play, and I will hopefully see you on Season 2. Till then, this is Gmo signing out for now. Alrighty, bye-bye.